Seniors, eat this before bed, or your muscles will keep disappearing. Welcome to the Purely Healthy Seniors channel. There's a silent change in your body that may be weakening you without your awareness. Every night while you sleep, your muscles may quietly shrink away unless you feed them what they need to stay strong. This habit, this choice of one simple food before bed, could mean the difference between waking up weak or waking up vital and mobile. If you find the video interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Purely Healthy Seniors channel so you don't miss the upcoming profound shares too. Leave a comment 1 if you find the content useful, 0 if not, and give me suggestions for improvement. 1. Cottage cheese with flax seeds, the gentle giant. Let me tell you about a humble dish. Cottage cheese with flax seeds. Not flashy, not trendy, but profoundly powerful for someone like you who cares about preserving independence, strength, and dignity in later years. Cottage cheese is rich in a special kind of protein called casein. Unlike the quick-digesting whey found in many modern protein shakes, casein digests slowly, feeding your muscles gradually throughout the night. Imagine your muscles being gently cradled and nurtured while you rest. Casein is like a night nurse for your body, working the graveyard shift to make sure you don't waste away while you sleep. Now, pair this with flax seeds, tiny seeds with mighty benefits. Flax seeds bring omega-3 fatty acids, natural anti-inflammatories that reduce joint pain, muscle stiffness, and chronic swelling. They also add fiber, which supports digestion and gut health, and helps you feel satisfied without being overstuffed before bed. This dish requires no fancy prep, just half a cup of cottage cheese, a teaspoon or 2 of ground flaxseed, maybe a drizzle of honey if you like a hint of sweetness. That's all it takes. No stove, no oven, just a spoon and a moment of intention. But here's the truth. It's not just about nutrients. It's about the ritual, the conscious act of caring for your aging body, the quiet decision to give your muscles what they need, when they need it most. I remember an older gentleman I met during my time volunteering at a senior wellness center. He had always been strong, proud of his firm handshake and his ability to carry his own groceries. But at 73, he noticed something. His strength was slipping. Not all at once, just a little less each morning. He thought it was natural. I told him about cottage cheese with flaxseed, and he was skeptical. But he tried it. Not just once, but every evening. After 2 months, he said, "I don't feel like I'm declining anymore. I feel like I've paused time." It was a simple dish, but it became his anchor. That's the quiet miracle of nourishing yourself properly. It's not dramatic. It doesn't come with fireworks or applause, but it gives you back control. It reminds you that you're not helpless in the face of aging, that with one bowl, one habit, one moment, you can still protect the life within your muscles. Try it tonight. Sit down, breathe deeply, eat slowly. As you close your eyes to sleep, imagine your muscles being rebuilt, cell by cell. Imagine strength returning, because it can. 2. Greek yogurt with berries, a sweet, strong evening ritual. There's something gently powerful about the union of Greek yogurt and berries. It's a pairing that seems so simple on the surface. Just a small bowl, a spoon, maybe a soft sigh at the end of a long day. But what this dish does inside your body while you sleep is nothing short of remarkable. Greek yogurt is thick, creamy, and packed with casein protein, just like cottage cheese, but with a different texture and taste that might suit you better if you prefer something smoother, even a little tangy. It's a food that doesn't demand effort to chew or prepare, but gives back so much. That richness in protein becomes your nighttime guardian, helping your muscles stay whole, helping your strength remain with you, helping you hold on to the independence that aging so often tries to steal away. Now, add a handful of berries. Not just for color, not just for taste, but for healing. Blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, they're full of antioxidants. These are your body's defenders against the invisible assaults of aging, oxidative stress, cellular damage, inflammation. In simpler words, they help keep your cells young, your blood flowing clean, and your recovery smooth. They soften the edges of stress that come from years lived and battles fought. quiet, invisible battles your body faces every day. It's beautiful, isn't it? That something as joyful and bright as berries can also be so deeply medicinal. Sweetness with purpose. And there's more. This bowl of Greek yogurt and berries doesn't just feed your muscles, it also speaks to your soul. Food in the evening is often emotional. It can be comfort, reward, or ritual. For many of us, the night brings memories of people we've lost, of times we miss. Having something small and nourishing at that time can ground you. It tells your body, you are cared for, you are safe, you are healing. Let me tell you about Miss Eleanor, a soft-spoken retired schoolteacher who came to one of my nutrition workshops. She never liked to eat dinner late, but always found herself hungry before bed. She started taking just 5 minutes to prepare a small bowl of Greek yogurt and blueberries. She told me it became her moment of peace. And over time, she noticed she was sleeping better, waking up more refreshed. Her hands didn't ache as much in the mornings. She felt sturdy again. That was the word she used. Sturdy. The magic wasn't in the ingredients alone. It was in the routine, the intention, the quiet belief that you deserve to nourish your body, even now, especially now. So here's how you can begin. Choose plain Greek yogurt to avoid added sugars. Add half a cup to a small bowl. Sprinkle in fresh or frozen berries, about a quarter cup. If your taste prefers something sweeter, add a tiny drizzle of raw honey or a pinch of cinnamon. That's all. No stovetop, no mess, just nourishment. Eat slowly. Taste it. Let the tang of yogurt and the sweetness of berries blend, and as you finish the last spoonful, remind yourself, this small act is building you. This is your strength food. 3. Boiled eggs and whole grain toast. Simple, powerful, restoring. Sometimes, the best things in life are the simplest. A boiled egg, a slice of whole grain toast. Two things so familiar, so easy to prepare, they almost feel too humble to matter. But don't let their simplicity fool you. This small dish is a nighttime powerhouse for your muscles and your energy. Let's start with the egg. 1 single boiled egg contains about 6 grams of high-quality complete protein. That means it has all the essential amino acids your body needs, but can't make on its own. Amino acids are the building blocks of muscle. When you sleep, your body wants to use them to repair and strengthen what's been worn down during the day. Whether it's walking, lifting groceries, or just standing up from your favorite chair, those actions use muscles. And muscles need fuel to rebuild. Boiled eggs give you more than just protein. They provide healthy fats, vitamin D for bone health, and a nutrient called choline, good for your brain and nervous system. For seniors, especially those at risk of muscle loss, eggs are a natural, affordable, and incredibly efficient source of nighttime support. Now let's talk about the toast. Not a white toast, not soft rolls, but true whole grain toast. Why? Because it contains fiber and complex carbohydrates that digest slowly. This slow digestion supports stable blood sugar levels during the night, helping you sleep more deeply, without the sugar crash or hunger wake-ups that can interrupt your rest. And here's the key. Whole grains also play a role in reducing inflammation. The fiber they provide feeds the good bacteria in your gut, your internal ecosystem that's deeply connected to immunity, brain function, and yes, even muscle recovery. When combined, the boiled egg and whole grain toast form a balanced snack: protein, healthy fat, and complex carbs. It's the trio your body loves before rest. Let me tell you about Henry, an 81-year-old widower with a quiet strength. He had a hard time sleeping, often waking up around 2 a.m. feeling restless. His appetite wasn't great, but he was losing weight, and not the good kind. His daughter started preparing a small plate for him each evening: 1 boiled egg and a half slice of whole grain toast. Just that. Within weeks, Henry was sleeping through the night. His energy improved. He said to me, "I'm not trying to be young again. I just want to feel solid." And he did. That meal, simple, gentle, helped him feel steady again. This isn't about drastic change. It's not about complex diets or fancy superfoods. It's about respecting what your body needs and giving it. gently, consistently. Here's what you can do. Boil a few eggs ahead of time and keep them in the fridge. Toast 1 slice of whole grain bread before bed, just enough to warm the house a little, to fill the air with a comforting smell. Spread a little avocado or hummus if you like. Add the egg on the side. Sit down. Breathe. Eat with the sense that you are honoring your body, not just feeding it. Because each bite is a reminder, you are still capable. You are still building. You are still worthy of care. Don't underestimate the quiet power of a boiled egg and toast. In their simplicity lies their strength. Just like you. 4. Protein smoothie with almond butter. The modern healer. There are nights when chewing feels like a chore. Maybe your appetite is off, or your teeth feel sensitive, or your hands just don't want to slice and stir. But your muscles still need nourishment. That's where the evening smoothie steps in. Not just a trend from younger generations, but a tool of healing for seniors like you. When made right, it becomes a soothing, powerful companion to rest and renewal. Picture this, a tall glass of creamy, cool comfort. Not just dessert, but strength in a cup. This isn't the sugary, fruit-only smoothie that spikes your blood sugar and crashes your energy. This is a thoughtful blend, crafted for your age, your needs, your body. Start with a base, milk or a plant-based alternative, like unsweetened almond or soy milk. This adds calcium and protein, essential for both bones and muscles. Then, toss in half a banana, not just for sweetness, but for potassium, a mineral that helps prevent muscle cramps and supports heart health. Now comes the heart of it, a scoop of quality protein powder. Whey protein is fast digesting and ideal if you've missed protein earlier in the day. But if your digestion prefers something slower, go for casein or a plant-based blend. This 1 scoop, just one, can provide the 15 to 25 grams of protein your body needs to begin its overnight repair process. And then, the quiet star, almond butter. Smooth, rich, and full of healthy fats. Almond butter helps the body absorb nutrients slowly and steadily. It calms inflammation and adds a creamy texture that makes the smoothie feel like an indulgence. It's also high in magnesium, a mineral that promotes muscle function and restful sleep. Blend it all together. The hum of the blender, the smooth pour into your favorite glass, the first cool sip. It becomes a ritual, a way of saying, I care for this body I live in, even after all these years. Let me share a story of Ruth, a woman in her late 70s who had just recovered from a mild stroke. Her strength wasn't what it used to be, and chewing became tiring. Her granddaughter introduced her to smoothies. I thought smoothies were just for gym people, Ruth said with a laugh. But once she started having one before bed, a blend of almond milk, banana, protein, and almond butter, she noticed changes. Her legs didn't ache in the morning. She had more energy. She said, I felt like my body was finally getting what it needed, without making me work too hard for it. That's the beauty of this dish. It's gentle. It asks nothing but a few ingredients and a minute to blend, and in return, it gives you strength. Quietly, deeply, through the night. Here's a simple recipe you can follow. 1 cup unsweetened almond milk, 1½ banana, 1 scoop. Protein powder, whey, casein, or plant-based. 1 tablespoon almond butter. Optional, a pinch of cinnamon or a few ice cubes. Blend until smooth. Sip slowly. As the flavors settle on your tongue, imagine your muscles welcoming the nourishment. Imagine the healing happening without you having to do anything more than drink. 5. Tofu stir-fry with brown rice. Eastern wisdom before sleep. Some meals carry the quiet wisdom of generations, passed down from ancient kitchens, carried through cultures that understand balance and healing, not through extremes, but through gentle nourishment. One such dish is the tofu stir-fry with brown rice, a comforting, warm, and deeply restorative option for seniors seeking strength as they sleep. Tofu, made from soybeans, is a complete plant protein. That means it provides all the amino acids your body needs, just like meat or eggs. But unlike those heavier proteins, tofu is easy to digest. It doesn't sit in your stomach like a stone. Instead, it nourishes you gently, helping your body repair worn-out muscle fibers and maintain lean mass overnight. And it's not just the protein in tofu that's healing. It also contains phytoestrogens, natural compounds that mimic a weak form of estrogen. For older women especially, this can be helpful in preserving bone density and easing certain symptoms of aging. Now pair that with brown rice, not white polished rice that burns through your system, but brown rice, the kind that still has its husk and its fiber. Brown rice provides complex carbohydrates that fuel your body slowly and keep you full. It also contains magnesium, B vitamins, and selenium, nutrients that play a quiet but powerful role in keeping your nerves, muscles, and immune system in balance. Together, tofu and brown rice create a dish that warms the body and soothes the soul. It's the kind of meal you eat with a spoon or chopsticks, slowly, appreciating the steam and the flavors. Add in a few stir-fried vegetables, like bok choy, bell peppers, or mushrooms, and you've added color, fiber, and antioxidants to the bowl. It's not just dinner. It's therapy. And what makes this dish even more beautiful is its adaptability. You don't need to be a master chef. Just lightly sauté cubed tofu in a small pan with a bit of sesame oil. Add pre-chopped vegetables, a splash of low-sodium soy sauce, and let it all cook until tender. Warm up a half cup of cooked brown rice and combine. If you're not up to cooking nightly, batch cook this meal and reheat a small portion before bed. I knew a man named Mr. Nguyen, a retired Vietnamese gardener in his 80s. He had eaten tofu and rice most of his life, but after moving in with his children in America, he switched to more Western meals. Over time, he felt sluggish and noticed his legs weakening. His son reintroduced the nightly tofu stir-fry, and within a few weeks, Mr. Nguyen's energy returned. He began gardening again, slowly at first, then with a renewed sense of pride. "My food came home," he told me, and with it, his strength. This meal is more than protein. It's more than fuel. It's a return to simplicity, to something wholesome and deeply human. A bowl of warm food, full of color and flavor, eaten with mindfulness and love. As the day winds down and the world grows quiet, so should your body. Give it food that soothes and supports, not heavy, not greasy, just nourishing, just enough. So tonight, try this. A small serving of tofu stir-fry with brown rice. Let the flavors linger. Let your breath slow. Let your body say, thank you. 6. Tuna salad on crackers, light, lean, and late-friendly. Not every bedtime meal needs to be warm or sit in a bowl. Sometimes a light plate with a delicate crunch is exactly what your evening needs. Something easy to prepare, satisfying to bite into, and gentle on your stomach. That's the beauty of tuna salad on whole-grain crackers, a dish that's as quick as it is effective at protecting your strength through the night. Tuna, especially packed in water, is lean and rich in high-quality protein. Just a small portion, about 1/3 of a can, delivers more than enough to support overnight muscle recovery. But there's more. Tuna is also high in omega-3 fatty acids, the kind that help reduce chronic inflammation in the body. For seniors, that means fewer aches, less stiffness, and stronger support for the heart and brain. Now imagine mixing that tuna with a little plain Greek yogurt or mashed avocado instead of mayonnaise. You get the creamy texture, but with added benefits: probiotics from yogurt to help your digestion, or healthy fats from avocado to improve absorption of nutrients and support joint health. Then there are the crackers, whole grain, not white or overly processed. They bring a small amount of fiber and complex carbs to slow digestion and maintain blood sugar stability overnight. That means no waking up hungry. No roller coaster crashes while you sleep. Just calm, sustained energy as your body rebuilds. You can make this dish your own. Mix the tuna with diced celery for crunch, a pinch of mustard for tang, or herbs like dill or parsley for flavor. Spread it onto 2 or 3 crackers, arrange them neatly on a small plate, and enjoy. But beyond the nutrients, this snack carries something emotional too. It's a reminder of lunchboxes packed long ago, of picnics, of simple meals on quiet afternoons. It brings comfort through familiarity, and comfort is healing. I once met a widow named Joan. She told me that after her husband passed, she lost the will to cook. Dinner felt lonely. But when we discussed small ways to nourish herself again, she mentioned she used to love tuna on crackers. So she brought it back. Not every night, but when she needed something easy and good. She said, "It's like a hug from my younger self." And slowly she began to heal. Not just her body, but her heart. That's what food can do. Not just feed, but reconnect. Not just strengthen, but soothe. So, here's your invitation. Open a can of tuna. Add what you love. Spread it gently. Take small bites. Taste the salt, the crunch, the creaminess. Feel it nourish you. This snack is not too heavy, not too light. It's just enough. Just what you need to keep your muscles fed, your mind calm, your night restful. 7. Warm oatmeal with chia seeds and milk, the sleepy builder. There's something deeply comforting about a bowl of warm oatmeal before bed. It's a dish that speaks softly, settles the stomach, and whispers to the body that it's time to rest. But beyond its soothing warmth, oatmeal, when paired with chia seeds and milk, becomes a hidden powerhouse for muscle maintenance and overnight healing. Let's begin with the oats. They may not scream protein, but they carry a quiet strength. Whole rolled oats provide complex carbohydrates that digest slowly, which helps regulate blood sugar throughout the night and prevent those unsettling 2 a.m. wake-ups. They also contain a good amount of fiber, especially beta-glucan, which supports heart health and can ease digestion, something many older adults struggle with. When you stir in milk, whether it's dairy or a high-protein alternative like soy, you elevate the protein content of this humble dish significantly. 1 cup of cow's milk adds about 8 grams of complete protein. It also brings calcium and vitamin D, which are essential for muscle contractions and strong bones. If you're lactose sensitive, fortified plant milks can still offer these vital nutrients without the discomfort. Now, add a spoonful of chia seeds. These tiny black seeds may look unassuming, but they are dense with nutrition. They're high in plant-based omega-3s, which fight inflammation, and they swell up in liquid, creating a gel-like texture that keeps you full longer and supports gentle digestion. Just 1 tablespoon gives you fiber, protein, and essential minerals like magnesium and phosphorus, perfect allies for aging muscles. This combination, oats, chia, and milk, is more than the sum of its parts. It's a recipe for muscle protection, digestive health, and restful sleep. You can top it with a few crushed walnuts for added healthy fats, or a sprinkle of cinnamon for flavor and blood sugar support. For many seniors, warmth before bed is more than preference. It's a form of emotional healing. A warm bowl of food reminds the body of safety. It calms the nervous system, slows the heart rate, and helps ease the mind into sleep. This is particularly important for those who live alone or who struggle with anxiety in the quiet hours of the night. I remember Mabel, a former nurse with the kind of gentle voice you don't forget. She told me that she used to make oatmeal for patients who couldn't sleep. Later, when her own body began to ache and her nights felt long, she turned the same kindness on herself. "I sit in my kitchen," she said, "just me and a bowl of oats, and somehow I feel cared for." That's what I want for you. Not just nutrients, not just muscle protection, but a sense of care, a sense that you still matter enough to take 5 minutes and prepare something healing for yourself. Here's how to make it. 1½ cup rolled oats, 1 cup milk, dairy or fortified plant-based, 1 tablespoon chia seeds. Optional, cinnamon, banana slices, or a drizzle of honey. Heat the milk, stir in the oats and chia seeds, and cook gently for 5 to 7 minutes until it thickens. Serve warm. Sit somewhere quiet. Let each spoonful bring you back to yourself. 8. Chicken and sweet potato bites. Small plate. Big benefits. Sometimes, what your body craves at night isn't a snack or a bowl, but something that feels like a real meal. Small, warm, and satisfying. That's where chicken and sweet potato bites come in. They offer the heartiness of dinner without the heaviness, and they bring with them a carefully balanced load of protein, complex carbohydrates, and nutrients that work together to heal and protect your body as you sleep. Chicken breast is one of the leanest, cleanest sources of complete protein you can put on your plate. It's rich in amino acids, especially leucine, which plays a direct role in muscle synthesis. That means it doesn't just slow muscle loss, it actively encourages your muscles to rebuild. For seniors, particularly those who aren't eating enough during the day, this nighttime protein hit can be the difference between decline and stability. Sweet potatoes are more than just a comforting, slightly sweet starch. They're full of fiber, vitamin C, and potassium. Their slow-digesting carbs help keep your blood sugar steady through the night, giving your body the calm fuel it needs to stay in a restful, healing state. And thanks to their vitamin A content, they also support your immune system, important as our defenses weaken with age. Together, chicken and sweet potato provide a satisfying, savory combo that fills you up just enough without overloading your digestive system. And the best part? You can make them ahead of time. Roast small cubes of chicken breast and sweet potato with a little olive oil, rosemary, and garlic. Store them in the fridge and heat up a small plate, just a few bites, before bed. This meal can feel especially meaningful for those who miss the structure of 3 meals a day. Aging often disrupts traditional eating patterns. Smaller appetites, medications, or digestive issues might keep you from eating a full dinner. That's why this small plate matters. It reminds you that even if your routine has changed, your nourishment doesn't have to be sacrificed. Let me tell you about Mr. Howard, a retired firefighter, tall, strong in his younger years, but quietly frustrated with how quickly his muscles were slipping away in his 70s. He said to me once, "I don't want to feel fragile." His wife started preparing these small plates, just 3 pieces of roasted chicken, a few chunks of sweet potato, maybe a green bean or 2. Nothing fancy. But every night, he'd sit down, take his time, and eat. Within a month, he told me, "I don't feel fragile anymore. I feel fed." That's what these bites can do. They're not about volume. They're about value. Each bite is loaded with what your aging body truly needs: strength, repair, steadiness, and there's something else. Sitting down to eat, even a small plate, is an act of self-respect. It's a reminder that you still deserve real food, real care, real attention, that your life still holds structure, flavor, and purpose. 9. Hummus and veggie sticks, a snack with staying power. There's something wonderfully grounding about dipping crisp vegetable sticks into a creamy bowl of hummus. It's a snack that feels almost meditative. Bite, dip, chew, pause. But what might seem like a light, casual nibble is actually a powerful tool in your nightly routine to keep your muscles from slowly slipping away. Hummus, made primarily from chickpeas, is a rich source of plant-based protein. While it may not pack as much as meat or dairy, it brings with it a valuable partner: fiber. This fiber helps regulate your digestion, manage your blood sugar, and feed the beneficial bacteria in your gut, which in turn influence everything from immunity to inflammation. But what truly makes hummus shine for seniors is its blend of protein and healthy fats from tahini, ground sesame seeds, and olive oil. These ingredients nourish your joints, support heart health, and keep your energy steady throughout the night. Now let's talk about the vegetable sticks. You might not think of raw veggies, like carrots, cucumbers, or bell peppers, as bedtime foods, but they play an important role. These vegetables are high in water content, helping with hydration, which is often overlooked at night, and rich in micronutrients that support muscle function, like potassium, magnesium, and vitamin C. This snack is especially good if you're someone who doesn't like eating a heavy meal before bed. It's light on the stomach, yet satisfying. The crunch of vegetables stimulates your senses, and the hummus brings that creamy richness that makes you feel like you've had something substantial. And it's low in sugar, low in salt, if you choose or make your own low-sodium version, and free from the heaviness of greasy or processed snacks. I remember a woman named Carol, a gentle soul who had battled arthritis for over a decade. Her fingers ached, her knees stiffened, and she found herself losing muscle quickly because it hurt to cook. We talked about easier ways to nourish her body without standing at the stove. Hummus and veggies became her go-to. She told me it made her feel clean, healthy, like I'm giving my body a gift instead of punishing it with pills and pain. That simple snack gave her back some control. This dish also brings back something else we often forget as we age: texture and color in food. The rainbow on your plate isn't just pretty, it's protective. Red peppers bring antioxidants. Carrots offer beta-carotene for your eyes. Cucumber keeps you cool and hydrated. Each stick dipped in hummus is a small step toward feeling well. And don't be afraid to make it your own. Add a sprinkle of paprika on the hummus. Squeeze a little lemon. Or even mash in some roasted garlic if you love bold flavor. You're not eating for show. You're eating for strength, for healing, for peace. Here's a simple preparation tip. Buy pre-cut vegetables, or cut them ahead of time when you have more energy. Keep them in the fridge in small portions so you can grab a few without effort. Spoon out 2 or 3 tablespoons of hummus into a bowl. Sit down, dip slowly, chew. Let each bite remind you that your body is still working, still healing. 10. Homemade rice pudding with whey. Grandma's touch, modern strength. There's a dish that lives in many of our memories. Maybe your mother made it, or your grandmother. A dish that came warm from the stove, sweet with just a hint of vanilla, soft enough for a spoon, gentle enough for a tired stomach. That dish is rice pudding, and tonight it returns not just as a comfort, but as a way to protect your strength in the quiet hours of the night. Rice pudding, in its traditional form, is made with white rice, milk, and a bit of sugar. But when we adjust it slightly, use brown rice for fiber, add a scoop of whey protein for muscle support, and dial down the sugar, it becomes a true powerhouse for seniors looking to guard their muscles and sleep peacefully. Let's start with the base: brown rice. Unlike its white counterpart, brown rice digests slowly, helping to maintain stable blood sugar through the night. It's also a good source of magnesium and B vitamins, both of which play a role in muscle repair and nerve function, and it has just enough starch to create that soft, creamy texture we remember from childhood. Now we add milk. Whether you use dairy milk or a high-protein plant alternative like soy or pea milk, you're infusing the dish with protein and calcium, both essential for nighttime recovery. Warm milk before bed has long been used as a sleep aid, not just for its physical benefits, but for the emotional warmth it provides. The final, most important upgrade: a scoop of whey protein. This modern addition makes rice pudding a true recovery meal. Whey is fast digesting, rich in leucine and other amino acids that go directly to work repairing muscles and preserving lean tissue. It turns this nostalgic dish into a bedtime tool, a sweet, silky, comforting way to stay strong. Top it with a dash of cinnamon, maybe a few raisins, or crushed walnuts if you like. Serve it warm, not hot. Let the aroma drift through your kitchen. Sit in your favorite chair. Breathe in. Take a spoonful. Feel how it calms, how it nourishes, how it quietly brings you back to center. I once worked with a retired baker named Gloria. She had stopped baking after arthritis took hold of her hands, but she missed the ritual, the scent of warm milk and rice, the act of sharing something sweet. When I introduced her to this protein-rich version of her old favorite, she smiled through tears. "It tastes like memory," she said, "and it makes me feel whole again, because that's the power of this dish. It's not just food, it's history. And when made with intention, it becomes your future too. A future where you wake up not weaker, but stronger. Where you fall asleep feeling soothed and secure, knowing that you've done something good for your body." Here's how to make it. 1½ cup cooked brown rice, 1 cup milk, dairy or fortified plant-based, 1 scoop unflavored or vanilla whey protein, optional, cinnamon, raisins, or a few crushed nuts. Warm the milk and rice together in a saucepan. Once hot but not boiling, stir in the protein powder until smooth. Add your favorite toppings. Enjoy. Let this dish be your bridge from the care your elders once gave you to the care you now give yourself. From tradition to strength, from memory to resilience. You deserve that kind of sweetness. You deserve that kind of strength. We've taken a journey tonight, not just through food, but through the very heart of aging, strength, and the quiet choices that shape our days and nights. You've seen how one simple habit, eating the right dish before bed, can change the trajectory of your health. Not with loud declarations or radical diets, but with calm, consistent nourishment that works in the background while you rest. You learned how cottage cheese with flax seeds acts like a slow-release protector for your muscles, how Greek yogurt with berries brings both sweetness and strength, how even a boiled egg and whole-grain toast can be a reliable defense against weakness. We moved from the smooth richness of a protein smoothie with almond butter to the ancient healing of a tofu stir-fry with brown rice. We kept things light with tuna salad on crackers and found comfort in warm oatmeal with chia and milk. Then came the heartfelt simplicity of chicken and sweet potato bites, the crunchy healing of hummus and veggie sticks, and finally, the beautiful closure of a protein-rich rice pudding, where past and present met in a single spoonful. Each of these dishes tells you one important thing. You are not powerless. Aging may bring change, yes, but with the right nourishment, you can hold on to what matters: your strength, your mobility, your peace of mind. You can sleep knowing your body is repairing itself. You can wake with the quiet pride of someone who still chooses to care. Let this be your takeaway. Don't skip that evening meal. Don't let your muscles go unfed. You're not just eating food, you're feeding your future. And as you move forward, let every bite be guided by 3 truths. Live beautifully. Because beauty isn't in youth, it's in the way you honor yourself. Live healthily. Because health isn't perfection, it's protection, day by day. Live meaningfully. Because your life, at every age, still holds purpose. If you find the video meaningful, please share it with your loved ones. And don't forget to subscribe to the Purely Healthy Seniors channel to continue my journey of living beautifully in old age.